is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, everyone can enjoy.
Calls in the storms Thursday. Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling her.
This is the first time in a long they had 11. See the sum of your pay.
Isn't it good to work for a place that has a sense of history? And indeed it is.
See, taking the president from Spring to College Station following.
If you have something you'd like Channel 2 Investigates to check out, call the tip line at 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@click2houston.
Breaking news at 6. One person is dead after a shooting at a Greenway Plaza pawn shop.
Plus, a former HISD elementary school teacher under arrest and charged what he's accused of doing to a student.
Plus, clouds are moving in. Justin has your forecast next.
We need
Present and future. Channel 2 News begins right now with breaking news.
And that breaking news coming to us from Greenway Plaza, where police say an argument at a pawn shop turned deadly. That store on Richmond Avenue near Wesleyan Street.
Yeah, that call came in just after 3 o'clock this afternoon for a disturbance, and then shots were fired. We know at least one person is dead. Let's get straight to Channel 2's Sally Mamdou, who joins us live from where it all happened.
And Sally, so far police looking for at least 2 people.
They're looking for several suspects as of right now. They're still searching for the suspects, but the truck where the suspects got into and fled have been recovered just a few miles away from here. But take a look behind me. Here is the scene. Police are still on scene investigating this incident. We're told one person, as you guys mentioned, has been shot and killed, and that person is not an employee here at the pawn shop. Police say the front of the store looks like this because that's where the suspect's truck ran into. Now, police tell us this all started because of an argument between employees at the pawn shop and several customers. Shortly after that, shots were fired by employees, and then a truck backed into the pawn shop. We talked to a witness who was eating when the truck crashed into the shop, was eating nearby at a restaurant nearby, and heard this incident. Take a listen.
I just saw the truck. He was backing out, but he was at like an angle, and I thought that was kind of interesting. And then I just heard a banging noise, like a really loud sound, smashing. So I looked up when I was eating, and I saw the truck, I didn't see it because we were inside, but I saw it smashed into the side. And one of the ladies that was in there, she said she felt something on the wall, and she could feel the truck and whatever was happening inside the pawn shop.
Nothing was stolen from the pawn shop, and again, police found that truck abandoned nearby and are now looking for these suspects. It's also unclear whether the shots were fired first or the suspect's truck ran into this pawn shop. This is part of that investigation, and we'll have more for you on this story online and out here at Channel 2. For now, we're live in Houston. Sally Mamdou, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
All right, Sally, we will look for that update. Thank you so much. A former elementary school teacher accused of touching underage girls now in custody. One of them just 10 years old at the time, allegedly. 46-year-old Raymond Williams is a teacher at Cashmere Gardens Elementary School. According to court documents, Williams touched the young girl back in January of 2019. He left the district in June of last year. Williams is now charged with indecency with the child.
Houston police have announced new charges against a man they say shot and killed another man in Southeast Houston. Gerald Washington now charged with murder in the death of Reginald Larry. He was previously charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Police say Larry was leaving a store Sunday on Scott Street near Belford when Washington drove up, blocked him in, and began shooting. Larry was taken to the hospital where he died. Washington last seen driving a red 2006 Dodge Durango pickup truck. If you know where he is, call Crime Stoppers.
Police are also looking for yet another man. He's accused of shooting a store clerk. They say a man wearing a black hoodie and a ski mask walked into a smoke shop around 11:45 last night in Southeast Houston. According to authorities, he demanded a customer's wallet and asked for cash from the register. Police say when the store clerk reached for a gun behind the counter, That's when she was shot several times. However, police say she is expected to survive.
The fight against the coronavirus about to reach new heights as San Antonio prepares to take in more evacuated Americans. They've been in quarantine on a cruise ship in Japan for more than a week. More than 3,600 people are on board the Diamond Princess, including 328 Americans. Some will be flown to Lackland Air Force Base. In China, more than 1,500 people have died since the virus was detected in Wuhan back in December. More than 67,000 people are infected globally, the majority of those in mainland China. The World Health Organization's director says everyone needs to work together to prevent further spread of the virus.
We call on all governments, companies, and news organizations to work with us to sound the appropriate level of alarm without fanning the flames of hysteria.
The new top health official of Hubei province said Wuhan, the city at the center of the virus outbreak, will make more field hospitals take on all the confirmed and suspected cases.
Family and friends are remembering a loved one who was hit and killed while riding a motorcycle. Today they gathered for a barbecue fundraiser to raise awareness about what happened to 26-year-old Ricardo Sepulveda. Ricky was helping his cousin buy a motorcycle and took it for a test drive near 45 and Gulf Bank. His family says Ricky stopped at a red light when a car hit him and then drove away. Police are still looking for that driver.
Today, hundreds of people had the chance to make it right at the George R. Brown Convention Center. The Make It Right program is hosted by the Harris County DA's office, and it helps people clean up their criminal record. The event expunges outstanding Class C warrants or other pending charges for free. Attendees also had access to legal advice and second chance employers.
Well, it's a relief, man. You know that you're not going to be attacked. You know that you're not going to be misrepresented. You know, nobody can just take away from you what you have, man, because it's something that happened years and years ago.
This is the path to a better way of life for people, and that's what all of us should be about.
This is the fourth year for the Make It Right program.
We are just 3 days away from Texas voters heading to the polls for Decision 2020. Early voting starts on Tuesday for several statewide races and legislative seats. Voters can cast ballots at any polling location in the county. You can find those locations on the Texas Secretary of State's website ahead of early voting, in fact. Early voting ends February the 28th, and Election Day is March the 3rd.
New at 6, a different kind of soccer tournament taking center stage in Houston. Athletes in motorized wheelchairs competing in the International Power Soccer Tournament. Channel 2's Roseanne Aragon reports on what makes this sport so unique to the Bayou City.
It's a sport unlike any other. This is Houston's very first international power soccer tournament. 7 teams vying for the top prize, and the game is about to begin. It's a sport as intense as its fans. This is the Houston Fireball's first Power Soccer International Cup.
They have 7 teams playing, and they have teams traveling from as far away as California and Monterey. The teams are all excited.
The excitement comes after constant hard work. The teams train all year long. Kirsten Passmore is the perfect example of competitive.
I take great pride in defense. When that scoreboard reads a low number, if it reads 0, I'm happy. When that scoreboard goes up, I'm frustrated with myself.
Here you hustle hard.
They have spin kicks, they're shooting for goal. They do everything that you do in a soccer game, but they do it in a power wheelchair.
Kirsten has cerebral palsy, but it's her attitude that defines her.
You have to fight for it. You have to fight to get that number on the board. So we are treated with the same respect as athletes.
In fact, these players consider even more.
Lots of drills, especially with passing the ball, and communication. We do have players that communicate differently. Some of them may be nonverbal, so you have to learn to look for their signals.
For spectators,
I don't see any disability out there. I just see incredible abilities.
The freedom on this court rings.
So when our players are on the field, they are making split-second decisions intellectually without any assistance from anyone.
Because these skills are built with commitment.
We are very proud of them, and we expect them to win.
And a whole lot of heart.
When my team scores a point, then I feel pride in knowing that they're fighting.
In Pearland, Roseanne Aragon, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Over 2,500 gymnasts are in action for the 3rd annual Biles International Invitational Gymnastic Meet. Today is the elite optional part of the 4-day meet. Gymnasts from 9 different countries are competing in various sessions over at the NRG Arena. Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles cheering on her fellow gymnasts and even presenting medals to the winners.
I'm having a lot of fun with the kids. They're really cute.
Our second year, we doubled. This year, we've added plenty more teams and a lot more athletes.
Some of the participants have the opportunity to qualify for the 2020 Nastia Lukin Cup. That competition goes until tomorrow.
A narrow escape. A man almost run over by a suspected truck thief.
How the thieves managed to get inside in the surveillance video just released.
And the parties are just starting down on the island as they're getting ready for the Crew of Gambrinus parade on the Strand this evening. Temperatures not bad so far. We're in the low 60s. Question is, how chilly does it get tonight? And what about any rain chances? I'll talk about that, and we'll also get the rest of your weekend forecast straight ahead.
And blast off. Nearly 8,000 pounds of supplies headed to the International Space Station. The launch was rescheduled for today. Next on Channel 2 News at 6.
New developments in the investigation of the deadly stabbing of the Barnard College student Tessa Majors. Police say they've arrested a 14-year-old boy in connection to her death. He's now charged with murder. Majors was stabbed during a robbery as she walked through a park in Manhattan back in December. Arraignment is set for Wednesday. A 13-year-old was also charged in the case.
Caught on camera, a thief stealing a pickup truck from a tow yard, nearly running over an employee in the process. It happened in Portland, Oregon. Take a look at this video. Police releasing the surveillance showing an older man and woman breaking into the tow yard. An employee showed up to see what was going on. That's when police say the woman smashed through the gate in the truck, knocking that employee to the ground. You see, he gets back up, moves out of the way. The woman eventually does make it through the gate. The worker only had minor injuries.
Turning to the future of space now, about 8,000 pounds of supplies are heading to the International Space Station. Today, NASA launching Northrop Grumman's Antares rocket from Virginia. The launch was supposed to happen yesterday, but strong winds kept the rocket there on the ground. Among some of the items on board, science and research, crew supplies, even vehicle hardware. The cargo is expected to arrive early Tuesday morning.
A live look out over Discovery Green right now. Actually, no, not Discovery Green, but that is a live look outside for you. Clouds are building out there this evening. Justin's up next with the forecast.
Today.
We are counting down to the Tokyo Summer Olympics. Wouldn't you know it, there are less than 200 days left. And with the venues now in place, it is time for one of the game's most iconic traditions. Today, a Japanese actress performing the first torch kiss handover, the Summer Olympics torch relay. This was actually a dress rehearsal in the outskirts of the capital. Organizers rehearsing 3 legs of the relay that will last for 121 days in the build-up to the games that start July the 24th. Today marked the only time that organizers will be hosting a rehearsal before the relay starts come March the 26th.
Ooh, no pressure.
None whatsoever. One practice.
I always just think, because when I used to run track in high school, you always didn't want to drop the baton. Like that handoff. You always practice this, and I thought, gosh.
It's a little heavier, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on it.
Bingo, there's a lot riding on it. You got that right. So, well, as you might have guessed, guys, clouds are back so far. Haven't seen any showers yet tonight. We've got a little low that's going to try to develop down around the coastline, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's been just a few sun breaks. Got a couple of nice click-to pins out there from right around Lake Livingston. And, of course, this is the first weekend where we are getting ready to party down in Galveston so far. I'll show you a live look here in just a sec. 67, popular number. Everybody liked it from Intercontinental Hobby on down towards the island, right about where we should be this time of year. There's a live look at the Strand. I'm going to step out of the way, and still what is about an hour or so and some change before we get to the Gambrinus parade this evening. But revelers are down there. The balcony parties are set, and it is going to be a pretty nice night out there on the island so far. No problems. We've got 86% humidity, east wind, and 62 degrees. So not seeing any rain out there just yet. Notice that the winds generally east-southeast, so it's got us in the 60s, and I think that'll keep everybody in the 50s versus those 30s that we saw early yesterday morning. Warmed up nicely with the sun, but it's still pretty chilly out, that's for sure. And the winds, on the most part, anywhere from about 5-10 miles an hour, not much happening. So we had a few showers just to the east of Lake Charles, drifting their way on the I-10 corridor. Nothing happening out there for us so far, so I don't necessarily know that we'll see much. And our front that's going to be coming through midweek is still trying to get its infancy stage put together, meaning it's just an area of low pressure that's moving over the mountains. Once it gets out into the plains here, it'll start to blossom up, so to speak, and we'll see that cold front eventually swing through. Now, our Futurecast has been trying to paint just a few light showers. I think this is just a little bit of atmospheric moisture that it's picking up on, so I'm not going to put any rain in the forecast. If you get a quick sprinkle later on tonight, that's it. It won't be any kind of problems. Not expecting any as we get in towards early tomorrow morning. You see anything that does form is going to form just to the east of us. Those temperatures, though, under mostly cloudy skies, and we could get some patchy dense fog, especially out west tomorrow morning. We may start off in the mid to upper 50s, but then notice as we get into the afternoon, should be able to break out some sunshine, and that'll warm things up into the low to mid 70s. So a very warm Sunday afternoon, and that's the trend we'll see over the next couple of days as that cool high pressure moves out of the way. So is that little blip of a low. Here comes our front as that slides through. So early week, spring-like, winds out of the south, shower chances increasing, but only at about 20-30%. As we get from Tuesday to Wednesday, this front just sort of hangs out and lingers, kind of falls apart closer to us. Tuesday night, Wednesday we'll see showers, and then eventually we get some cooler air moving in here by Wednesday into Thursday. Then a last little system will slide through here on Thursday. This high will drop in by Thursday afternoon, evening, and into Friday, and that should cool things down, put us back into wintertime for just a bit. Notice out towards West Texas, they could be talking about a little bit of wintry precipitation as well. Don't see that here, but it is going to be chilly, at least for the last 2 days of the work week. And then as we get in towards next week, notice we're back up into the 70s again. So kind of what we see this time of year, middle to end of February. Of course, we, bit of a roller coaster, warm things up, cool it down when the front comes through. Then we'll warm things up once again as we head in towards the rest of next weekend's forecast as well.
Winter's still trying to
I was going to say,
it's still hanging on.
It took a vote and we're vetoing. No more winter. That's it.
Well, this may be getting close to the end real fast here.
We're okay with
Fingers
that.
crossed.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You talk to me in July.
Oh, okay. Be in the golf course at that point.
That's a good point.
Melting. All right, Vanessa's in it with a look at sports now.
Yeah, we have Russell Westbrook and James Harden in Chicago. They're getting ready for that NBA All-Star game, so we'll talk about that. And then, of course, we have to talk about Carlos Correa's, we'll call them strong words today. It's spring training. That's next.
For less.
Welcome into the Xfinity Sports Desk. Well, critics, of course, have questioned whether or not the Astros earned that 2017 World Series. And today, Ken Rosenthal of MLB Network talked to a very passionate Carlos Correa at spring training camp. Here's what the shortstop had to say about that.
Game 2. They're winning the game. 9th inning, Marwin Gonzalez hits a home run off Kenley Jansen. We end up winning that game. That game was on the road. That's one game.
This was really intense. He took Rosenthal through each game, adamant that they earned it, but he was the most defensive regarding teammate Jose Altuve. He said Altuve was one of 3 guys who didn't want to cheat back in 2017. The other 2 were Josh Reddick and Tony Kemp, if you care. And Correa said Altuve earned his MVP title fair and square and never wore a buzzer in that 2019 video of his walk-off homer to beat the Yankees.
Everybody in the league respects Jose Altuve, and this is why I'm talking about him, because he's too humble to talk about him not using the trash can system. And he's such a great guy that he stood up there and he apologized even though he didn't use that system.
So certainly no shortage of storylines in the offseason, but there is baseball to be played. Our Randy McAvoy is there with more.
It's day 3 of Astros spring training, and rain has been the theme throughout the morning and afternoon, forcing Astros pitchers and catchers to drastically adjust their workout plan. Bullpen work outside was canceled today, so all the mound and hitting work was done in the coverage stations on site. During a brief break from the rain, veterans like George Springer, Alex Bregman, and Jose Altuve were able to get in some hitting work. Meanwhile, across the major leagues, players continue to sound off and criticize the Astros after their apologies on Thursday. There's now growing concern about potential retaliation from opposing pitchers against Astros hitters this season. Astros manager Dusty Baker speaking on Saturday, saying MLB needs to step up and protect the Astros players.
I'm depending on the league to try to put a stop to, this seemingly, premeditated retaliation that I'm hearing about.
And how can the Astros earn back respect and handle the obstacles they'll endure on the road this season? Verlander said winning will cure all.
I think it'll be like walking into a visiting stadium in the playoffs every time we go anywhere. At least we've experienced that before.
Verlander added, I hope it will die down, but I'm not sure that it will. We'll find out when the regular season arrives. In West Palm Beach with the Astros, Randy McAvoy, KPRC Channel 2 Sports.
All right, thanks, Randy. Let's go to Tudor Fieldhouse. Rice taking on Charlotte. First half, Aiko Adams to Drew Peterson for the 3. The Owls really dominated this entire game and really the second half. 61-42 lead. This time it's Aiko Adams with the 3. Owls win 70-54. They're now 5-9 in their conference. And All-Star Weekend continues in Chicago. Both Rockets superstars, James Harden and Russell Westbrook, are on Team LeBron. Not a bad team to be on. They practice today. Of course, the three-point contest is tonight. The dunk contest is tonight, and the All-Star game is tomorrow. Can't wait to see that.
All right, so three-pointer goes to Harden.
Yeah.
You got it all figured out.
Right?
All right.
And of course, lots of Kobe Bryant tributes expected.
Yeah,
as well.
that's a lot of jerseys. It's very touching.
Yeah.
All right, Vanessa, thank you.
We'll be back in just a moment. Justin has a final check of your forecast after the break.
Stay with us. All right, so we're going to see some changes out there.
Yes, we will see some changes. Tonight, though, still pretty mild, though. So if you're going to head out to the patio, maybe get yourself a Stella or whatnot, you should be doing A-OK for tomorrow morning. We'll start off in the mid-50s. Just don't scream it. And as we get into the afternoon, we'll be back up to the mid-70s both Sunday, Monday, and then, of course, that front kicks us back into winter. And don't forget, this time next week, we're going to have the Momus Parade live here on Channel 2. This fella will be down on the parade route, I believe.
Down there?
I will be here.
Okay.
We're going to be here.
Somebody's got to control the station. Anyway, yeah, we're very excited to bring it to you, so it's going to be great.
Having fun down there on the patio.
Yes, we hope so.
Sure. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot for that, Justin. That does it for Channel 2 News at 6. We'll see you at 10.
Remember, we break news on click2houston.com, Facebook, and Twitter.